do another UFO video real quick, or talk about the UFO files. The CIA released those CIA files about UFOs and stuff, about what happened with the UAPs and things, about one landing in Russia, and the Russians all ended up in the stone. Well, that part's actually true. Russians did end up in the stone, but they left out details in the report on what actually happened. Before that even happened, the Russians requested a meeting with the UAP ship, and the UAP ship sent a representative with 2 bodyguards that were supposed to meet with a Russian commander, and they were supposed to speak, because they wanted to speak with them. So the ship landed, and they waited 5 minutes to open the doors, because the Russians actually camped a 6-man team right outside the door after they were about to open the door, and they asked them to vacate the area around the door, and they refused. So they said they were there to greet them, and that no harm would come to the representatives. So once the door opened, the Russians actually killed the representative and the 2 bodyguards, and then they tried to storm in and actually hijack the spacecraft. That's why they got turned into stone. And that is one of 3 attempts that humans have tried to actually hijack an alien spacecraft and kill representatives that were sent to Earth to speak with you. That's why none of those beings will actually ever come here again, and why there are safety protocols preventing them from, by law, they're not allowed to come down to Earth and land their spaceship unless they're given orders to, and they're not allowed to speak to you all anymore or send representatives to Earth anymore. That's just one of 3, and it wasn't just the Russians. There's a report of Greenland has done the same thing. The country of Greenland, I think it's spelled Greenland. Greenland's done the same thing, and then there's another country, a United Nations country, that did the same thing too. So yeah, so the case for, if you all want to get in contact with them, you can try, but like I said, once you do, they're going to refer that to the God tier planet, which would be heaven, and a representative from heaven will be sent to Earth to talk to you on their behalf, which is why I'm here. I'm here because I am a representative sent from heaven, because no one else wanted to go. No one else wanted to come to Earth. Unfortunately, all the other representatives have come down to the Earth before in the past that are God tier. Most of them were killed, so they're traumatized and they don't want to come to Earth. The only one who's willing to come to Earth would be me. That's the only reason I came. Because I'm the only one who's willing to come here to Earth and speak to you all on the behalf of the UAPs and the other alien races, which is called the Galactic Federation and things. They're not allowed to speak to you all, and they're not willing to speak to you all because of instances that has happened where you guys shot first at their ships and asked questions later, and then you also camped their doors of their ships and waited for them to open them, and then you started blasting as soon as they opened their doors and came in peace. So there's no chance they want to even remotely talk to you all, and that's why now if you guys want to talk to someone, your referral for speaking to UAPs or other intergalactical species will be referred to heaven, and heaven will choose to send someone. But like I said, after I die here on Earth, I'm not coming back here, so there'll be nobody coming back here to talk to you all, and you'll never get into the Galactic Federation, and no one will be willing to speak to you all. That's the fact. Because I'm not coming back here, because it's been a waste of time. It's literally been a waste of time. I came all the way down here to speak to you all on behalf of the UAPs and everything. No one's been wanting to speak to me. So, yeah, you know what? Once I die and I go back to heaven and report all this information, which I already reported most of this information to them, once I die and I go back to heaven, I'm never coming back here again. No one's going to want to come here. No one's going to want to come here and speak to you all on the behalf of the UAPs. And the UAPs are not going to come down here and land because of how much you guys have shot first, ask questions later, and then whenever they actually agreed to speak to you on send representatives, you ambushed them and camped their door, saying you were there to greet them, and as soon as the doors opened, you ambushed them and killed them and then tried to hijack the ship. No one's gonna believe you. No one trusts this planet. As far as Ghost, they're never gonna land their ships and trust you all. They got zero faith in you all. Zero.